Patil, Sadhguru Gadge Maharaj College, Karad. Today we are going to learn one poem from our syllabus, Unit 2nd, Subunit 2.4. Have you earned your tomorrow? Have you earned your tomorrow? This poem is written by famous poet Edgar Guest. This poem is written by famous poet Edgar Guest. Before we are going to discuss the poem, first see some questions from icebreakers. Question first: complete the following table. Complete the following page. There is a short one-page chart, and main point is different ways to help others. Main point is different ways to help others, and there are 4 blank boxes. You know very well. Different ways we help to others. Different ways we help to others by donating. Means donating some money, foods, clothes, etc. Today, all human beings are facing virus COVID-19. Means in a difficult situation, all of you now here, and some social workers, big businessmen, film stars, they have donated money. Famous film star Akshay Kumar has donated money. By giving advice, we help others. By giving advice, by giving suggestions, by giving warnings, being volunteer. Volunteer means swayamsevak. Means there are different ways to help others. Question second: discuss with your partner about the different idioms, proverbs related to word tomorrow. In English, there are so many proverbs, idioms related to word tomorrow, and the answer is some proverbs related to word tomorrow. First, I will see you tomorrow. Second, tomorrow is another day. Third, like there were no tomorrow. And fourth, never put off until tomorrow what you can do today. And most important one here is one proverbs related to word tomorrow. Investing something good today means earning everything tomorrow. Investing something good today means earning everything tomorrow. Third question: when you make your future plans, you think of. Now all of you now learning in 12th standard. When you think about your future plan, first all of you now will think about your career. And related to career, your interest, your passions, challenges, their difficulties, solutions, your family goals, family needs, etc. Fourth question is: plan your tomorrow by completing the table given below. And there are 3 main points: examination, college function, and function at your home. Examination. Now all of you now imagine, suppose here is your examination will be soon nearer, and you will make a plan for your study. Then what will you do at that time? Means your preparation here is first preparing timetable. Second, making notes. Making notes means chapter wise. You can pick out main points, related sub points. Means here is you can prepare one note. Making notes. Solving. Third, solving all question papers. house? Is your answer. First cleaning the house, then decorating the house, buying some new dresses to all the family members, distributing work to all, making delicious meal, etc. Our poem, you have earned your tomorrow. This poem is written by famous poet Edgar Guest. First let's share some lines about the poet Edgar Guest. Edgar Guest was born in England and was brought to the United States when he was 10 years old. Miss Edgar Guest was a British-born American poet. British-born American poet who was popular in the first half of the 20th century and became known as people's poet. Become known as people's poet. People's poet. सर्वसामान्यांचा कवी. Edgar Guest became known as people's poet. His poems often had an inspirational and optimistic view of everybody's life. Title of the poem is Have You Earned Your Tomorrow? Have you earned your tomorrow? The title is a verbal question to the readers. Significance of the title. Listen carefully, students. Significance of the title. The title is a verbal question to the readers to rethink the treatment that they are giving to others. It gives hint that we must help people around us and it confirms our bright future. In English, one famous proverb, as you sow, so you shall reap. Means in our mother tongue, पेराल तसे उगवते. The title gives this meaning again. As per the law of Newton, what we give to others, it comes back forcefully to us. If we do good in present, in past, it will surely make our tomorrow bright. Means the title here is one of the significance now. Now, I will read the first stanza of the poem. Is anybody happier because you passed his way? Does anyone remember that you spoke to him today? This day is almost over and its toiling time is through. Is there anyone to utter now a kindly word of you? Have you earned your tomorrow? This poem presents a number of questions to the reader about how they spend their days. It's important here, how they spend their days. In the first stanza of this poem, the speaker begins with a question. And of all the questions to come, this one is direct. The poet starts by asking the one question, whether we made anyone happy or not, if they did anything to improve the day of another human being. Is anybody happier because you passed his way? Means the poet here wants to say that if you were going somewhere and on your way you met any person, maybe your friend, your colleague now, and because of your good behavior, kind heart, inspirational words, he was happy. This first question followed by second and then third. Does anyone remember that you spoke to him today? Poet continues here asking if anyone will remember whatever we have told them. Means because of your inspirational words, anyone will remember you? This day is almost over and it's toiling time and utter now a kindly word of you. In this line, there is one new word now, toiling time. Toiling time. Toil means to work hard, and here meaning is time spent in hard physical work. Toiling time, time spent in hard physical work. These days are almost over and its toiling time is through. It is now the end of the day. It is now the end of the day. The day is nearing its end. The hours are running out for you to make a positive impact. We should spend our days to helping others. Lastly, the poet asks here, if anybody is ready to speak a few kind words about you, is there anyone to utter now a kindly word of you? Means because of your good behavior, because of your good conversation, because of your good actions, if anybody is ready to speak a few kind words about you, means in the first stanza, the poet here describes overall behavior of the reader. First stanza, overall behavior. Second stanza, I will read now the second stanza. Did you give a cheerful greeting to the friend who came along, or a churlish sort of howdy and then vanish in the throng? Were you selfish, pure and simple as you rushed along the way, or is someone mighty grateful for a deed you did today? The second stanza begins with another question. In the second stanza, poet here describes two types of behavior of the people, two tendencies of the people, selfishness and selflessness. Two types of behavior, selfishness and selflessness. Here the speaker asks, if any time during the day you greeted a friend cheerfully, means you behaved with your friends in informal manners, saying hello, hi, good morning, have a nice day, like this, or did we just only formally say hi, hello and then disappear in the crowd, or a churlish sort of a howdy? Again in this line there are three new words. Churlish means rude, arrogant. Next, howdy. And informal. Howdy means an informal friendly greeting. And one word, throng. Throng means crowd, a large number, or a churlish sort of a howdy and then vanish in the throng. Did we just, when we met anyone, when we met someone, your friend, just formally only we say hi, hello and then disappear in the crowd? You acted with your friend in rude manner. Your behavior, you behaved with your friend in arrogant manners, in rude manners, and rushing off to another work. Whether you selfish, pure and simple as you rushed along the way, or is someone mildly grateful for a deal you did today? Where you selfish? The poet again asks, we were selfish, pure and simple as we rushed along the way. Did we do something good today? Did we do something good today for which someone grateful us? Because of your good deeds, because of your good actions, someone will remember you and saying thank you. Now see again second stanza's last two lines. Were you selfish, pure and simple as you rushed along the way? Or is someone might be grateful for a deed you did today? In the second stanza, the poet describes here two types of our behavior. Where you behaved with your friend in a good manners, it was well spent. If you behaved with your friend in rude and arrogant manners, it was badly spent your day. Where you selfish, means in which way you behaved with someone is now important to us. Because our tomorrow is depend on our today's good action. And so the poet now here making aware us to think about our actions, to think about our duties, our responsibilities. Our responsibilities, our duties here now important for our bright future. Or if someone might be grateful for a deed you did today. Because of your good actions, someone will remember you and saying thank you. Thank you. Greet means here to welcome. Now I will read the third stanza. Can we say tonight in parting with the days that's slipping fast, that you helped a single brother of the many that you passed? Is a single heart rejoicing over what you did or said? Does a man whose hopes were fading now with courage look ahead? The third stanza begins with a longer question. The poet further mentions first one reality now. One by one, the days are slipping fast. In this poem, the poet uses some phrases, some expressions here, which denotes going away. In this third stanza's first line, there is one again here expression, slipping fast. Slipping fast means going away. The third stanza begins with another one of the long question. The poet further mentions reality. One by one, days are slipping fast, days are going away. During the day, you have passed so many persons. Entire the day, you have passed so many persons, but it is enough for the speaker. It is enough for the speaker if we were kind to one. If we were kind to one out of the many. The poet asks, we have helped a single brother. That you helped a single brother of the many that you passed. In this line there is brother. Here brother means not your blood relation brother. Here brother means common people. That you helped a single brother of the many that you have passed. You have passed so many persons, and it is enough for the poet. We were kind to one out of the many. We have given happiness to someone. Is a single heart rejoicing over what you did or said? If someone's heart is filled with happiness just because we said something good or did. The poet continues by asking if we saved a man who was discouraged. If we saved a man who was discouraged, nervous, but now looks ahead with hope and optimism. The poet here mentions, first, if someone's heart is filled with happiness, just because we said something, is because of your good conversation, because of your good behavior, because of your good actions, someone's heart is filled with happiness. The poet continues by asking if we saved a man who was discouraged, nervous, but now looks ahead with hope and optimism. In the last concluding line of the third stanza, the poet asks if anyone who already lost his hopes, confidence now, we motivate him, we encourage him and give a new way of life. You created some positive awareness in his mind. Does a man whose hopes were fading now with courage look ahead new way of the life. You created some positive awareness in his mind. It's important one. Now I will read the last stanza. Did you waste the day or lose it? Was it well or sourly spent? Did you leave a trail of kindness or a scar of a discontent? As you close your eyes in slumber, do you think that God would say? You think that God would say you have earned one more tomorrow by the work you did today. After the end of the day, we think about our own behavior. Did you waste the day or lose it or sorely spent? Means after the end of the day, we think about our own behavior. How we spend our day. If we spend our day to helping others, it was well spent. No doubt, it was well spent. Well spent. We were productive now here is. On the other hand, if we spend our days doing nothing, means it was sorely spent. Sorely. Again, here is one new word. Sorely means badly, with the feeling of disappointment. If we spend your day to helping others, means it was well spent, we were productive, and on the other hand, if you have spent your day doing nothing, it was lost, badly spent, sorely spent. The poet further asks, if we left the trail of happiness, kindness, means you have done something well, you have put smile on their face, or you left here a trail of kindness. Means when you have done well, you left a trail of kindness. You left a trail of happiness. Or did we wound or hurt someone? We behaved as someone in rude manner. With discontent means you behaved as someone in bad, rude, arrogant manners. You left them in dissatisfaction. Or a scar of discontent. Discontent means dissatisfaction. Means in the last concluding stanza, the poet here. Now, main theme of his poem here is the result of our behavior. The poet here now mentioned here the result of our behavior. If you have done well, your day was now well spent now. But we behaved someone in rude manners, arrogant manners, means we wound or hurt someone with discontent. Means your day was badly spent. As you close your eyes in slumber, do you think that God would say you have earned one more tomorrow by the work you did today? Last concluding two lines of the poem now most important. The poet here concludes by saying that in your slumber means sleep. In your slumber, when you close your eyes, you think about what God would have said to them. After considering the response of God, God here is means your inner own voice, your inner own feelings. After considering the response of God, means your own inner voice, when the reader feels if they have done well. If the readers feel if they have done well, God, no doubt God would say, yes, you have earned one more tomorrow by your great deed. The main theme of this poem here is the result of our behavior. The result of our behavior are important in the life of others as well as in the life of ours. The poet wants to aware us your good actions. Means with the help of this poem, the poet wants to aware us our good actions in the present will always be responsible to lead a good life ahead. So, we should work honestly for better future. With the help of this poem, now the poet suggests here is that one should do good to others. it will come back in unexpected ways. This in the first stanza, the poet here describes overall behavior of the reader. In the second stanza, the poet mentions two types of behavior of people, behavior of people, and in third stanza, the poet here, in the first stanza, the poet here describes overall behavior of the reader. In the second stanza, the poet describes two types of behavior of the people, selfishness and selflessness. And in the third stanza, the poet describes now good actions of the reader. Good actions of the reader. And fourth stanza, the poet here describes the result of our behavior. Poet describes the result. Means, with the help of this poem, the poet here gives us one message. Always we should do good others. Try to make others happy by our good behavior. Means again and again, the poet now here making aware us. Your good actions in the present will always be responsible. In the present will be responsible to lead a good life ahead. In English, there is one quotation. Every sunrise is an invitation for us to arise